Today's video is all about manifestation by tapping into feeling and really getting your energy behind what it is you're calling in, because the truth is that feeling is the secret. You could tell all the positive affirmations in the world to yourself all day, all night, 365 days of the year, but if you're not feeling the energy behind it, and if you're not feeling what it's like to be fully embodied in your manifestation, then it's not going to come to you. So on this video, I'm going to be breaking down how to get into that place where you're fully embodied, the steps you need to do, and why this is so crucial. So make sure you stick around till the end, because I'm going to be sharing so many powerful tools with you, as well as some extra special hacks that have absolutely changed my life when it comes to manifestation. So let's dive in. Hey, welcome back to another video. My name is Cara Michelle, and I'm here to help you live your truth. And today's video, we are diving all the way into manifestation. And where I want to start before I even get into all of this stuff on this board is the importance of gratitude, because gratitude is the attitude of already having received. Let me say that again. Gratitude is the attitude of already having received. Is that what I said the first time? I don't know, but it's like you are grateful for something when you've received it, right? You're given a gift, or you're given a raise, or you have something show up, or you have a new car, you have a new partner. You're grateful because you have it, right? So something that's so important when it comes to feeling and manifestation is that you want to feel it before you already have it, because as we get into this, when you feel good, you attract good, because everything in this world is energy. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Everything is energy. So if you desire, I always use the same examples, but it's because they're pretty standard examples that people come to me asking about. So let's say you desire more money, or you desire love. Okay, so this is what you want. And meanwhile, you're over here, super far away. It's really small, really small on this board, but you're super far away, right? So there's this big distance. You're like, I really want to have this. I really want to feel this way. But right now I'm over here. I feel alone. I don't have the money that I want. I don't have the relationships that I want. So I'm sad, right? So the way that you are feeling is very different from how you'd be feeling if you already had what it is you want, right? They're two separate things. Your current reality and your desired reality are very different. There's a big gap between those two. Now, when you're showing up every single day and living from the place of your current reality, and you're focusing on all the things that you don't have, you're not showing up in a very high vibrational state. You're probably, and I really hope that this is going to be visible on this video, because it is pretty small actually now that I'm looking at it, but I'll also drop a picture in here that shows this scale. You can also Google the vibrational scale and you will see this exact same diagram, okay? But when you are showing up in your present moment, say you're still carrying the weight of your past, or you're still holding on to self-doubts or traumas or old beliefs, you're most likely vibrating on the frequency somewhere down here. So we've got guilt and shame are the lowest vibrational emotions. So when you're carrying guilt or you're holding shame in your body, it is pulling you down to a very low place, okay? Then you've got grief, then you've got fear, anger, neutrality, and there are other emotions in there. I just wrote the key ones. So if you're living in a place of anger each day, it's still a lower density emotion that keeps you weighed down, right? Anger is not how you'd be feeling if you had the money or the love, right? Because ideally, that's what you think is going to make you feel really satisfied and happy. And that's the energy you want to get to, right? So instead of living from this place, from your current reality, we want to bridge the gap. Okay, you want to bridge the gap. You want to start feeling as if you already have it, which is what brings you down to Neville Goddard's Act As If. And I've got a video all about that. I'll link it down below. And it looks like this one, where I talk about this specific thing that Neville Goddard, if you don't know who he is, he's like an amazing person when it comes to reprogramming the subconscious mind and just looking at the power of our beliefs. And one of the biggest things he talked about all the time was acting as if, because when you get into that energetic alignment and you're acting as if you already have the money or the love or whatever it is you desire, when you're acting as if you're living in that state of gratitude, right? You're in that really high vibe place. And so then you're naturally going to actually call in the random opportunities or the extra money or bumping into your soulmate somewhere, because you are in vibrational alignment with what it is you want to attract. If you don't act as if and you just act normal, well, you're going to be in vibrational alignment with everything that's currently normal to you. Everything in your current reality is just going to continue to show up day in and day out over and over again. So the sooner you can act as if and you can get grateful and you can bridge that gap to be like, hey, I'm just going to show up today as if I already have the soulmate or as if I already have the money. And like, I'm going to walk around constantly reminding myself of how grateful I am to have it. Constantly thinking about, oh, this is so fun, I get to do this, and I love that I have that, and like all of these things. If you get into that place, that gratitude, that alignment, you're going to notice that not only do you feel better in the present moment, so it's literally a win-win, but you're going to actually call in those things that match it, and it'll happen sooner than you think, okay? It really will. So you're going to just start showing up as if you already have it. And the reason this works on an energetic level is that you are like, I'm not going to draw it, you are like a magnet. So when you're in this low vibrational place down here, you're a magnet for more of that. And the really unfortunate part of this vicious cycle, and this is what I don't want for you, is that when you're in that place, you attract more of it because you're a magnet, right? So you're attracting like attracts like all the time. Comment it down below. Like attracts like attracts like. So you're going to attract more of what you're already living in. And when you're in that state, because you attract more, it reaffirms your subconscious beliefs. So it reaffirms the belief that you're not worthy of money, or that you're not worthy of love, or that you'll never find what it is you want in life, right? And then it continues to perpetuate that cycle. So it feels shitty, you're unhappy, you're sad, you're angry, whatever it is, you attract more things that match that. You reaffirm those beliefs, and so then the next day you go out and you continue to create that same reality. You are constantly creating. And so your beliefs and your energy are the two things that go hand in hand and are so important, okay? So the best thing you can do is turn that frown upside down, my friend, and show up as if you already have it. So 2020 was my year where I started to go, I love that I'm with my soulmate. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm hitting this certain income every month. I love that I have this. I am so grateful that I have the freedom. It's so exciting that I get to do all these things each day. And I tell you, I'm 100% being honest. Beginning of 2020, I had made some investments in my business that did not pay off at all. I actually lost a lot of money, maxed out all my cards, literally had nothing in my bank account. I couldn't pay for rent. I was on my last $20 for groceries, and I was just searching. Thankfully, I was in a tropical place, and I was searching for fruit, fresh fruit outside, and that's what I was eating because I was like really struggling. And fortunately, I was living with a friend at the time, so I could wait to pay my rent and everything. But in this moment, which technically was like one of my many rock bottoms in my life, it was like my financial rock bottom for sure, I had no money, right? But every single day I was getting into the vibration of money. I would walk in like really wealthy neighborhoods. I'd be listening to music or like podcasts or things that got me high vibe and feeling really abundant, things that reminded me that like my reality could change in a moment. I was listening to Neville Goddard. I was listening to all these different things that helped to shift me out of this place. Because if I stayed focused on my reality, I would have continued to spiral downwards. And I was already like, it was already heavy because I had a lot of debt weighing over me and a lot of uncertainty around like, what am I actually going to do now? Okay. Now, as I started to shift in this and I started to take these daily steps and constantly work on bringing my energy back into alignment. And the other thing is, instead of hustling and overworking and continuing what I had done for the first year and a half of my business, which was basically work 7 days a week, 12 to 16-hour days, not taking care of my health, not really moving, meditating, doing yoga, anything. I was like, this isn't working. This is not helping me. And if I already had money in the bank, if I was already successfully doing what I'm doing, I would have the time for yoga. I would have the time to meditate. I would be feeling relaxed and grateful and excited each day. So if I can get myself into that vibrational alignment now and feel better and start living as though I'm not desperate or in debt or, terrified or scared or any of that, if I'm not carrying the heaviness each day, what could I actually accomplish? And as I shifted my energy in this place, this is where I started to attract more amazing things. And all of a sudden I had clients coming in. So then there was money coming back in. All of a sudden I had these new opportunities. I connected with some amazing people. I cleared out some really dense negative energy that was around me through employees I had and things that were weighing me down. And it created the shift. And by midway through 2020, I was having the best income months I'd ever had. I had like quadrupled my income. I made more in a month than I'd made in the first 2 years of my business. And I had this opportunity to move down to LA, where I am now, to be with an amazing community, amazing tribe of people. So it happened fast. And it came from the energetic alignment. It came from the feeling. So I promise you, everything I'm sharing in this video, your mind might be like disagreeing with it, because your mind might be like, yeah, but Kara, I can't just dance and laugh and run around joyously because my reality is very heavy, because I'm struggling with this or that. And I get it. And I totally have said the same thing before. But I've also seen firsthand multiple times that the more you focus on your current reality, the heavier it becomes and the more of it you create. Whereas if you can focus on the future reality that you're calling in, and you can start to act and show up and live as if you have it, you're literally going to pull that forward. You're going to pull that into your present reality so much quicker, okay? So try it. I promise it will change your life. So when we're looking at the vibrational scale, the more you can shift, which comes from the deep releasing work, right? You can't just magically snap your fingers and be rid of all your anger or heal grief or trauma or pain. It does take work, which is why I think a lot of people just avoid it. And hopefully you're not one of those people. So the work you do to release is going to help you shed that energetic baggage, shed those layers, and shift those beliefs. And it's going to allow you to suddenly, maybe slowly climb the way back up this ladder. You're going to get into the neutrality. Maybe you start to get into acceptance. That was one big one for me, of like, hey, I'm tired of fighting my reality. Yes, this is not what I wanted at all. And this is unfortunate and very stressful in many ways. But instead of like beating myself up and creating more guilt and shame and dropping myself down into this vibration, I'm just going to accept it. It's just like, man, this is life right now. And this is a lesson. This is something I can learn and grow from. But the more I'm fighting reality, the more problems I'm creating. So maybe you climb yourself into acceptance. And then maybe you get into love. And this is the most powerful vibration. If you are in love or above, you're really in an amazing place to manifest, to attract things quickly. So the more you can just keep shifting, just remember the core essence of who you are is love. You are just infinite, abundant, loving energy. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. This is what you are. This is the core of your being. So the more you can get into that alignment, which again comes from shedding and releasing the things that keep you from being up here, then the better everything will be. And if you want help with this, make sure you sign up for my free 5-day challenge. It's called the Release to Thrive Challenge, where I'm going to help you and take you through this process of clearing out, of aligning and rising into who it is you're meant to be, your truest self, your higher self. And the meditations are going to help guide you in this work so that you can align so much faster with your dream self and your dream day and like all the things that you're calling in and manifesting, so that we can get you over here so much faster. Okay, so make sure you click the link down below if you want help with that, if you want to dive into that. Okay, so once you get to love, then there's joy, peace, enlightenment, and all of these things. It doesn't mean that you have to be there 100% of the day. It's just the more you can stay in that place, the more beautiful things you're going to notice showing up around you. So it's that constant reminder, that constant check-in of like, hey, wait a minute, am I stuck in really old negative thoughts again? And are they actually helping me? Okay, is this going to help me align? Is this what my future self, who already has these things, would be thinking? Probably not. So how can I jump into and embody that version of myself now? Because that version of me is also going to be a much better problem solver. Okay, so the more you can future pace and get over to that place, the better everything will be. If you are someone who struggles with the overthinking piece and you want to know exactly what to do to get out of that, then check out this video. It looks like this. It'll be linked down below as well in the description box, where I break down a really, really powerful process to stop that overthinking of those negative thoughts and shift them into thoughts that are going to empower you and support you along this journey. Okay? Now, some of these things, lastly, because I don't want to talk too long, and you know what? I get on here and I just love talking. So all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, this video is getting long already. So I want you to think of The Secret. Okay, in The Secret, they give an example where he wants to manifest a new car, and the whole thing was about envisioning, like visualizing it, but feeling it, like getting into the feeling of what would that feel like to be behind the wheel. And he even suggested like go test drive it, because then you actually have the physical feeling, and then you can replay it through your mind over and over again after. And you can get that energy, that excitement, that gratitude, like that freedom, all of those feelings that you think that car will bring you, if that's what you want to manifest, for example, and get yourself into that feeling, okay? So that was a huge component that they talked about in The Secret, in the book and the movie, is getting into that feeling state, because that's what, your brain doesn't know the difference between a thought and reality. It doesn't know the difference between like a dream and like a daydream and something that's really happening. It responds the same way. It sends out the different chemicals. It triggers your body to react. So if you daydream and visualize and get into that of seeing your dream life, seeing what you want to manifest and feeling it, your body and your mind are now in alignment. They're now in cohesion, and it's going to be so much faster again for these things to attract to the magnet that you are becoming, the magnet that you're putting out. Okay, and then we've got Neville Goddard's the whole act as if. I already mentioned that and shared the other videos I have on that, and the gratitude. Okay, now lastly, before I finish this off, and if you're finding this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and make sure you ask any questions or share your comments, your feedback down below. I love hearing from you, and I want to be able to support you to, interact and then create more videos that could help if you have questions. So please drop them down below. And now your ways to get there and to get into that feeling, right, are going to look different for every single one of you. So anything that gets you feeling higher vibrational, anything that gets you feeling excited, light, fun, happy, joyous, peaceful, right? Anything that gets you into a place of love is positive. It's going to help you with your manifestation. So that could be dancing, laughing, visualizing, taking time to meditate and really ground in. That could be moving your body, getting out in nature. Fresh air and movement are so powerful for the soul. They reconnect us to the truth of this planet and, really help us get those like ions and everything. And it's just so beautiful all the time. So nature is a really great one. Spend time with friends or do anything that you're passionate about or that gets you into that flow state. So really getting into the higher vibrational feelings is going to look different, but you got to do just what's best for you. So some days for me, that's like a dance party, and that snaps me out of any kind of negative mood or anxiety or overthinking. Is like I just put on a song that I love, dance around, jump around, just laugh, just let my inner child come out. Or maybe sometimes that means meditating, right? Every single day is different. But what you want to do is just continue to pay attention to your body, what feels good, and constantly work on showing up from the place of already having received what it is you desire. That's the feeling that's going to bring it into your life so quick. I've had clients who literally just focused on feeling as if they already had their dream job, and within 2 weeks, they manifested an interview for that exact job and got it. I've had clients who focused on that with soulmates and partners and were like, I just want to feel as if I already have it and I'm going to show up from this place. And again, within weeks, started to randomly bump into people who matched that description, and now they're together. So it's really, really powerful when you just get into alignment and feel as if you have it, the universe will respond. So trust it. Try it, and make sure you share your breakthroughs or your experiences down below. And again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video, and I truly hope this was helpful for you.